Ian White and Michael Smith both through to the semi-finals, but having to survive match darts. Michael Smith had to survive 2 from Terry Jenkins. Ian White had to survive 1 from Stephen Bunting. Dave Chisnall, he was the favourite for the tournament after Michael van Gerwen's exit. Knocked out by Kim Huybrechts, looking for his second win on the European Tour. Kim Huybrechts, the Belgian, awaits the winner of this one. Now, different kinds of pressures they're going to have to deal with, these two. Benito van der Pas, after that stunning win against the world #1 Michael van Gerwen, bringing an end to his 21-game winning streak on the European Tour in 2015. How is he going to respond after pulling off a massive victory? And how is Justin Pipe going to deal with potentially within touching distance of making a second consecutive final on the European Tour? Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one, and alongside me, Rod Harrington.
Well, we've just had 3 unbelievable quarterfinals, Dan. This one won't be as quick, but it could be the quality the same. I mean, Justin,
like I
said, had a great run in Venray, and from there he's got to be full of confidence. And of course, on the other side of that, Van der Pas has just beaten the world #1, as you've just mentioned. So his confidence has got to be flying pretty high as well. The one thing with Van der Pas is he doesn't play against Justin too often and have that slowness to put up with.
Yeah, they've met 3 times in the past. Benito won in September,
78.
but Justin won the other 2 times they've met. They're all last year. Every single one of them went 6-5. So if that's an indication of what we're going to get, we're going to have another close quarter-final. Benito, of course, did beat Michael van Gerwen on the European Tour in Gibraltar.
140.
And just when you thought that that momentum might carry him on to some stunning run to the final, it was James Wade who did for him.
134.
Another seasoned campaigner. Justin Pipe will be hoping to emulate Wadey and put a stop to Benito's little run here in Riesa. Made the final in Venray a couple of weeks ago, as I mentioned, Justin Pipe, and that was built on basically crushing the hopes of a couple of young players. I think Nathan Aspinall beat Josh Payne along the way. He never really hit top gear, it's fair to say, in that weekend. I mean, he didn't average above 93 the whole weekend, but he got over the winning line, and that's the only thing that matters.
It is. You know, sometimes we use the phrase winning ugly, but it's still a win, and he still got to the final, earned himself, what, £10,000?
Yep.
Well, that goes on the rankings, which is really handy for Justin at the moment.
140. Benito required 149.
And he's left himself on double 18 after 12 darts. Benito has to take out a massive one. It's not going to happen.
45.
So Justin Pipe for a hold of throw and a very respectable 13-dart leg to start this quarter-final.
Now, this is a dodgy dart. He doesn't want to split it. He's got to find the double with this one, and he hasn't done. Now, if he misses, he doesn't want to. He can't split this. Well,
no score.
In actual fact, if he's going to miss, he's done the right thing and put it on the outside. Because what do we say about them 9s? The dreaded 9s, I mean. But Van der Pas now, 4 of those leaves him double top. Unusual way of going. Wayne Mardle always went that way.
Justin, you require 36.
You don't see many players go to 416's double top route.
Have another go at this double 18 then, Justin. Ooh, that's a long way inside. Even Justin acknowledges that. Double 9.
18.
I've only seen Michael van Gerwen, that was last night, on the switch hit the double 9.
I think it must be a lot smaller than all the other doubles. Must be it.
It's got it. I think that's what it is.
Tops for Van der Pas. Gets it. 1-0. Break a throw.
Benito van der Pas. Second leg, Benito to throw first. Game on.
Kim Huybrechts, the Belgian Premier League star, awaits the winner of this one in the semi-finals. Benito van der Pas kicks off 140.
100.
I've got to say, we talked about with Mike about the standard and that, and you know, although we haven't got the world #1, the world champion, we haven't got the legend Phil Taylor, 5 times world champion Barneveld, Lewis, a double world champion, but the standard has been unbelievable again, hasn't it?
Let's be honest, those first 3 quarter-finals this evening, we've not needed him. Michael Van Hoo, Ian White's just averaged 105, hit 75% of his doubles. He still had to survive a match dart. I mean, it's unreal games of darts. And Michael Smith had to survive 2 from Terry Jenkins.
He did, and yet in the 90s when we formed the company, and all through the 90s, if all the top names went out, everybody was panicking. Now, it isn't. The strength and quality and depth is... Well, it means we may have a job for a few more years. That's what it means.
Wow.
And sitting on our backsides talking about it is nearly as good as playing. Well, perhaps not.
I wouldn't know, Rob.
And I can't remember.
58.
Benito van der Pas should come back and get a dart at double top. Justin Pipe will probably be looking at the 170 maybe to set this up.
Hal Simon's setting in. I will be in a home soon.
Oh, I'll keep trying to get you in one. Oh, the 180. We saw Michael Smith do that in the deciding leg against Terry Jenkins just to try and fire the crowd up and make Terry miss. He did in the end. Benito doesn't. That is a very, very impressive little checkout.
It certainly is.
Justin to throw first.
And I do like that.
Game on.
Michael Smith did it and it worked. You know, get a little bit of noise, get them standing up. You know, your opponent's gone, oh, blimey, he's just hit a 180. And, you know, it probably works more times than it doesn't.
I did speak to Michael about it. He said, I asked it, is that why you did it? And he said, yeah, you know, they're not going to make as much noise for a 170, even though it's probably a better shot.
Yes.
Technically. Not going to make as much noise for a 170 as a 180. Nobody's got a 170 card out there. But
41.
Terry wanting 76, first dart, bang in the treble 20. He thought, oh, it doesn't matter anyway, he's going to do this. But he didn't. And that means that Michael Smith's hopes of winning a second European Tour event are still alive. He's got to get past Ian White, though, who, let's be honest, is playing some phenomenal darts.
Yes, that was an incredible game with Stephen Bunting.
97.
I know losing it hurts, but sometimes when you walk away and at the cold later day or say in the morning you look at the match and you go, do you know what? If I can carry on playing like that, I'm not going to lose many. You know,
he's
Stephen
very
Bunting,
upbeat, actually.
Terry Jenkins.
Yeah. I've just spoken to Stephen. He's very upbeat. I mean, he's as upbeat as a man who's going to spend the next 31 hours travelling to go to Japan for the World Series event out there.
Do you know the thing about that? That he actually is going to spend the 31 hours. A lot of players are not.
42.
And a lot of players want to.
He just wants to play darts. He doesn't matter where it is. St Helens, Riesa, Japan.
95.
Stephen Bunting in Yokohama. St Helens Sumo.
He may go down very well out there.
Nobody wants to see Stephen Bunting in a big nappy throwing rice around the place.
I have to say, he's a super guy.
56.
Always got a big smile on his face.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find two happier and more jovial characters than Stephen Bunting and Ian White in the players' room. Both giving each other pats on the back and big hug after that game. Played in the right spirit, certainly. Justin Pipe, he's under pressure on his throw again. If Benito were to win this leg 3-0 with 2 breaks of throw, oh, Justin Pipe will be in serious trouble.
100.
Just the ton. The ton 40 would have made a big difference. Yeah, 170. Not seen this weekend. Not yet. Ooh.
134.
Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Justin,
I was thinking maybe he'd have gone for the
106.
bullseye, but he picks off the treble 18 to leave double 18. But Justin Pipe is going to get a dart, and I'm surprised. Well, he's gone for the 26 route.
Game shot.
That's in.
In the third leg.
It was hidden
Justin
behind the
Pipe.
scoreboard there. We couldn't
Benito
quite
to
tell.
throw first.
Very
Game
interesting.
on.
In his win
He's
earlier
gone for
on,
double 14.
double 14. He left that a number of
100.
times. He wasn't that successful on it, if I'm honest. But he left it a number of times. But he's evidently quite confident, because if you get the line right, you've got a bit of leeway with the weight of dart, if you like.
Well, perhaps what it is, you know, if he stands there, perhaps his eyes are dead level with the double 13
60.
and the double 14.
And he has been leaving double 18 a lot as well. It's not a million miles away.
We're trying to
100.
justify him leaving silly doubles.
Well, no.
It's working.
He's hit it, doesn't matter. But Benito van der Pas does have the advantage of that early break in the opening leg, but Justin Pipe fighting back with a 180.
100.
Down to a finish, but Benito, a couple of trebles, makes him favourite for this leg. Good looking first dart from him. Oh, yes.
139. Justin, you require 161.
And again, I say it so many times, Dan, I like the 25 there, because Justin Pipe, if he doesn't take it out, is certainly going to set it up. And Benito would have rather had 2 darts than 1 dart at a double. I agree, if he hits a treble 10, it doesn't matter.
97. Benito, you require 62.
Which he's done.
Game show.
And that makes it 3-1 to Benito van der Pas. Takes out the 62 in 3 darts.
Justin to throw
To add to the
first.
finish
Game
of
on.
56 and 80. It's a very tidy display of finishing so far from the 22-year-old. 22, eh? Beating the world number 1. For the
60.
second time on the European Tour. This lad has potential.
And confidence-wise, although they know each other very well,
135.
you know, when you step up there and you beat the world number 1 and a guy that's hardly been beaten this year, you have got to be on cloud 9. You've got to be flying. And where it will count is on the checkouts. The scoring, it doesn't matter so much confidence, but it is on the checkouts. When
60.
you're coming down to taking out a checkout, taking out a double under pressure, that's when the extra confidence will pay off.
100.
And there you go. 3 out of 4 on the checkouts for Benito van der Pas. A strong start. Just the 1 out of 7 from Justin Pipe. String of missed darts early on allowed Benito to get the first leg on the board against the throw, and it may prove to be a crucial point in the match.
60.
98 plays 91 in the averages. You average in the high 90s around about that 100 mark, you're going to give yourself a chance.
96.
Well, for the second time in the match, he's left 170, but Justin Pipe's going to have to hit the maximum to get anywhere near. Well, that's good darts
140.
from Pipe,
Benito,
but
170.
Van der Pas gets 6 darts from 170.
58.
No, just a little glimmer of an opportunity for Justin Pipe. Justin Pipe, having seen off Max Hopp in the previous round. I did like his interview on stage afterwards where he said, oh, thanks to the crowd, because I was expecting loads of booing
90.
and whistling
So
and
you're
jeering and
on
everything. And
112.
no, you're really great. They were.
Yeah,
they
we-
were non-stop.
But he had his earplugs in.
Must be good ones. Ooh,
Easy.
now then. That is a missed opportunity.
Justin,
And for
you've won
once,
91.
Benito van der Pas passes up the chance to close out that leg. Would have been a breaker throw as well. Justin Pipe.
Well, he went for the 25 and he's hit the 17, leaves 74.
Treble 14, you would think. Gets it.
$59.
Now Benito
Benito
van der
requires
Pas
32.
missed 1 dart at it last time. Can't afford to miss these. And doesn't. It's 4-1 to Benito van der Pas.
Benito van der Pas. Sixth leg, Benito to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, Georgie Noble just giving Justin a helping hand with his scoring there. Couldn't see whether it was in the 17 or
58.
Or anywhere else. That is a tough job, the scoring and the chalking. You actually can't move. You can see from that angle there. If George Noble moved slightly or even swayed, Justin Pipe's right eye is going to pick it up and it will take his concentration off. So they've got to stay dead still.
100.
He has been stood there for great long periods this weekend. A lot of 6-5 games.
He has.
Particularly
66.
for George Noble, it has to be said.
Well, him and Russ Bray have a little competition and they have a couple of quid to see who's going to call the most legs. And actually, George Noble's called about 16 more legs than Russ has. So Russ has been laughing all the way to the sweet shop.
100.
Well, as I mentioned before, the young lad the other side there, you can see him on the chalker. He's learning Chinese and he's going to China to actually learn the
45.
dialect of certain parts of China. The only dialects I knew, I thought Dr. Who had trouble with. The old are the best. I'll be waiting to get that one out.
Oh, it's a cracker. Justin Pipe looking to fill it up here.
140.
Just the ton 40, but it gets into a finish. It's been a bit of a slack scoring leg for Benito van der Pas. That might be about to change. Oh, it's unlucky. I think it was just 20 on the floor there, but
120.
good recovery.
Justin, you require 161.
Well, Justin needs to start making a move because we're starting to get to the business end of this this match. He doesn't have to go with his bullseye, but he's going to go for it.
When he was not far away. Now, a maximum, even a ton 40, even a ton. Just make Justin think.
Or 180.
140.
That will do. That will do.
Justin,
now Justin,
25.
having gone for the ball, he's only going to get 2 darts at a double. It's a double 8. Double 4.
Well, it's up in the area he likes, isn't it?
21. Benito, you require 72.
And all of a sudden, Benito van der Pas, I think he'll look at the 16s. He does, another one of those. Oh, he's missed it.
Oh, that.
32.
Wow.
He rushed it a little bit.
Justin,
Cardinal
you require
sin
4.
from Benito van der Pas. I mean, to go 5-1 up.
It's a bit easier for Justin, isn't it, with the way his darts lie? Go
Can't
underneath.
miss it. Can't miss it.
Game shot and a
The
6.
target
it is.
has just become twice the size because the flight was always going to lead the dart into the double 2.
And Benito on
7th leg,
72
Justin
did
to
not
throw
get a
first.
dart for that
Game
leg.
on.
And it was a break of throw from Justin, so light at the end of the tunnel.
He's still got to win 4 of the next 5 legs. German crowd, or at least some of them, still singing Stephen Bunting's
100.
now. I believe he's left the arena.
$100.
I mean, it is nice if the players went out into the audience to sign a few autographs, but the realistic thing about it is there'd be a queue a mile long. They'd have to sit there for a couple of hours, and you know, that is tough.
Yeah.
140.
Good response from Benito van der Pas. Stomping around the stage, Big Ben. Two semi-finals and the final to come tonight. The first semi-final sees Michael Smith and Ian White square off. Kim Huybrechts awaits
60.
the winner of this one in the other one. We're going to go straight into the semi-finals after this. There'll be a little bit of a break ahead ahead of the final.
58.
Justin Pipe has won one of these before. He won the very first European Tour event in its current incarnation, the European Tour, back in 2012. It was in Austria.
140.
Benito van der Pas has not won one. But with darts like that, he might give himself a chance.
Well, he's certainly put the pressure on. He's asking the questions from Justin Pipe. Now, will he go 25 to give himself 2 darts at the double 18? And he's hit that 17 again. He did that last time. That leaves 44 this time.
Double 16 for Justin Pipe.
29.
Just outside.
Benito, you require 70.
Well, it was 72 last time,
Yeah.
wasn't it? And he didn't have a dart at a double. I don't think he'll rush his second dart. Well, he ain't. He's got 2 darts at the double.
And he finds it. He finds it. 5-2. Benito van der Pas. Justin Pipe on the brink of elimination.
A flag Benito to throw first. Game on.
All it comes down to is the odd dart at the double. And it went in for Benito van der Pas.
58.
And on the wire from Justin Pipe. And now he's facing a quarter-final exit from this man. The big tall Dutchman. And averages nothing to write home about in today's game, but certainly a tough
60.
match all round.
Well, apart from that aberration on the 72 where he didn't get a dart at it, as you just see the number of darts he's taken, nothing's gone more than 6 visits to the board, so that's still pretty good.
47.
But apart from that, he's been really good at just seeing off those mid-range finishes as Benito. You know, he's had an 80, a 56, a 62, that 70 that we've just seen.
They are the important ones, Dan. You know, you don't get many under the 61, 164. It is in between
81.
60 and 120. They are the crucial checkouts.
It's your bread and butter, isn't it, as a dart player? You know, if you're not taking those out, it means you're giving up a visit to the board.
80.
And that lets your opponent in, and you'll lose the odd leg here and there, and that can be the difference in tight matches.
Well, there we have it. 4 out of 5 from 41 to 80.
Yeah. That's where this game is being won and lost at the minute. Justin Pipe not out of it yet, but he's going to win.
100.
4 legs on the bounce.
$46.
Just the 46. So Justin Pipe has stolen the darts. As the Marios and Luigis look on from the crowd.
$81.
Yeah, he's a frustrated man, Justin Pipe, because he's not on a finish, and Benito should get to one himself. Well, he might not. Oh, he does. He does.
Well, I think Justin was so frustrated because I think he was so confident he was going to hit a 140. That last dart looked destined for the treble 20.
Well, he's going to set this up beautifully.
He certainly is.
139. Benito, you require 135.
It's a big Ben. 135. Looking at the bullseye. He's hit the 19, so it's not going to go.
45. Justin
Pipe.
40.
This would be for another breaker throw, a 4th consecutive one in this match.
Game shows in the A flag.
It's not over
Justin
yet,
Pipe.
this. It is not over yet.
9 flag, Justin to throw first.
Justin
Game
Pipe
on.
needs 3 more legs, and he has the throw in 2 of them.
$135. Well, he's always been renowned as a scrapper, has Justin Pipe, and there's
60.
plenty of life left in this match yet.
6-5, the opening one. That was Michael Smith, had to survive 2 darts from Terry Jenkins. 6-5 in the other quarter-final between Stephen Bunting and Ian White in that half of the draw. Ian White surviving a match start from Stephen Bunting. Dave Chisnell and Kim Hybrex. Well, that's 6-4 to Hybrex. Big Ben.
140.
Ooh, just a ton 40, but it keeps him level pegging with Justin Pipe in this one. Are we going to see another match go 10 or 11 legs?
$100. $93. $100.
Just a ton.
$96.
Now then.
Justin, you require
Wow.
108.
Who is going to take the 3-dart checkout out? Justin Pipe's going to get the first attempt. Now, will he go 20 for double 14? Kind of think he may do. Yes, double 14. To hang on to this match in double 14, he does.
Justin Pipe. 10 flag Benito to throw first. Game on.
This is the leg for Benito van der Pas. He has the
100.
throw. Looking to close out a 6-4 victory. If Justin Pipe can break, he suddenly becomes favourite for this match. He's won the last two. He'll be taking some momentum into the decider. You see there, very little between them in the averages.
131.
A couple of 180s for Justin Pipe, but a couple more 131 plus scores from Benito van der Pas.
100.
A 15-darter for Benito may be enough.
Well, these 3 darts we will see if the 15 is going to be enough, because if Justin doesn't hit a treble, then 15 will be enough. But if he hits 2, then he may have to look at 12.
45.
Oh, now,
Wow.
that's a let-off for Benito.
19's coming to his rescue.
95.
Well, 1 big treble per visit means that Benito, if he does that again next time, he will be down to a finish just over 100 and may get a dart for the match in this leg. There might not be a great deal of pressure. There's some.
100.
Benito van der Pas, can he hold his nerve? He managed to do so against Michael van Gerwen, the world #1. He's a little bit unlucky with that last dart.
Very unlucky. Yes, that's deflected into the treble 1. And just a bare 20 gives him such an advantage over that 1, 2, 3. So Justin, if it's a treble here, he's got to go 25. Well, he's got to stay there now. Well, he's got to go 25.
90. Benito, you require 123.
Tough check out for both players.
Treble 18 doesn't get it.
55.
Justin Pipe, this is huge.
Justin, you require
Can he take it out?
135.
Steps up to the oche, looking at the bullseye. 25 means that he needs treble 20.
He'd rather had this dart, and he's not hit the treble 20, but the dart at the bullseye, if that had been laying below it,
Yeah.
then he would have felt more than confident that if the treble 20 had been found, he would have found the
65.
bullseye.
Benito, you require 68.
Well, this is the area where we said that Benito has been playing really well.
Can he deliver when it really counts? Double 4.
64.
Right when he needed it. Right when he needed it, it has deserted
Justin, you
him.
require
2 match
70.
darts missed by Benito van der Pas. A double 4. But Justin Pipe, can he take out the 70? He's going to get 2 darts himself to take it to a decider, to suddenly become favourite for this match, Justin Pipe. Now he's got to hit double 4.
66.
And that
Benito, you
might
require 4.
be that.
He's had his chances as Justin Pipe. Can
Okay,
Benito,
so,
and he
at the
can.
match, Benito van der Pas.
Benito van der Pas into the semi-finals of a European Tour event for the first time, following up his victory against the world #1 Michael van Gerwen with a defeat of Justin Pipe, the #9 seed. And the 22-year-old Dutchman will square off with Belgium's Kim Huybrechts for a place in the final of the International Darts Open here in Riesa in East Germany. It's an all-England affair in the opening semi-final, which we're going to get to in just a moment, with Michael Smith and Ian White squaring off. But here is Benito van der Pas, who's into the last 4.
A very emotional game against Michael, which you won. And now, for the very first time in your career, you're in the semi-finals of a European Tour event. How does that feel?
Awesome. It was the first time that I played a quarterfinal, and I won it. And now I'm in the semis. I was practicing very well against my win against Michael. I hit a 9-darter in the practice room, but I keep fighting, and yeah, just a misses doubles, and yeah, I took my chances, and yeah, I'm really happy with the semi-final.
And I guess no matter what happens in the semi-finals now, for you, coming to Riesa, it was definitely the right decision, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm really happy, and now I'm in the semis. We will see what happens.
All right, wish you all the best for the semi-finals. Thank you very much. Vielen Dank, Benito van der Pas. Und das war das letzte Spiel des Viertelfinals. Das heißt, wir machen jetzt 5 Minuten Pause, bevor wir mit den Halbfinals anfangen.